What's up out there? Look at the special episode of the Brew. Where are we?
Where are we? That's it. We're in the Vegas Golden Knights.
Yeah, we're in a beautiful suite on Las Vegas Boulevard. Because we went to the Golden Knights game the other night, and that's what we're here to talk about. Talk about hockey in the desert. Will it work? Is it good? Is it bad? Is this team going to go far? I will tell you.
Are we biased?
Are we biased? Yeah, look at us. Clearly we are not. But Jersey Joe, Ion here. Look, we're usually in a box. Now we're...
Yeah, it's a little bit differently shaped.
It is. It's a very special episode. You know, Cousin Jerry may show up later. You have no idea what that reference is, but that's okay. People will. Anyway, we're here to talk about...
I was born in 88, so...
It's fine. We're here to talk about Vegas Golden Knights hockey. Will it work here? Will it not? Chime in and join us live. And also, we have a couple of your comments to read. That's why I got this out here. And, all right. So first, you and I went to the game the other night. Very powerful, very emotional, but I thought it was a really good game in general. The Golden Knights, they definitely had a lot of puck control the whole time until they won 5-2. And the team has a lot of big names. You got Neil, definitely Marc-Andre Fleury, the goalie. So
big time.
The team is stacked already. I don't necessarily think they're going to win the Stanley Cup because they're brand new. But out of the gate to be 3-0 in your first games is pretty...
It's never happened. It's the first expansion franchise to ever start out 3-0. There's only been a handful that even went 2-0. So it's very exciting for the city of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
It's extremely exciting. It's a great sports story, especially after the tragedy that happened here a week ago.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's very emotional. They did make sure to put out a whole pregame ceremony. Joe and I showed up pretty early for that, and we took everything in. A lot of what they did is being well received across the NHL. Mm-hmm. The Coyotes were very respectful as well. They were the team the Golden Knights played and beat in the game that we went to on Tuesday. But the whole city has been really rallying around the team. This first home game here has come at an incredibly. It's not just a difficult time, but it's a good time for people to be distracted. And the team did a really, really good job with distracting people from the reality of the events that just happened.
Yeah. One thing that I'm going to say, like during the opening ceremony, they had a good half-hour pre-produced segments with different celebrities, the players around the NHL, saying Vegas strong and everything. But what got me is when they had the 58 seconds of silence. That was powerful. And they actually superimposed all the victims' names on the ice, which was, I nearly lost my shit sitting there watching it. Like it was, I'll tell you, I mean, it was definitely, I felt the city recovered after that. It was one thing that definitely helped everybody move forward, and the wind did too. But it was, whoever thought about that and put that together, it was so classy and so well done that they deserve Emmys. I mean, even the videos that were edited together, I told you, I was like, wow, it was extremely
powerful, and it doesn't do justice to the team for me and him to just talk about it.
No, it doesn't.
If you were there, it was extremely powerful. This whole week, Joe's obviously not been here all week, but this whole week in Vegas, the whole like the Golden Knights were saying, the air has been sucked out of the city. Nate Schmidt wrote a great Players Tribune article about it. That's very true, and especially for me working in the news for the 3 days afterward, that was really tough.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even at the festival, so it's even worse for the people that were, the people that knew people who were involved in it, everything, the whole community. The town it's slowed down a little bit for a couple days. It's kind of hard to put into words how drastic and
how tough, I guess. Yeah, I mean,
it was very.
We should also know that you actually went to the festival last year, so I'm glad you did not go this year.
Right? Yeah, it hits home. It hits home not just for me. I knew people that went and luckily were not injured, but it hits home for the whole community, and the whole community has definitely felt it. But we've all come together a lot. As do a lot of communities that get hit with a terrorist attack, anything big, any mass shooting, 9/11 in New York. Everybody came together. The lines were so long for the blood drives that they had to send people to other areas to get their blood drawn. Yeah. So even in the wake of this mass tragedy, there have been a lot of good things to show.
You can feel it in the air too, but you also feel that definitely the city is moving forward. Like the signs are starting to come down now off the strip, so it's definitely moving forward. And the Golden Knights win was definitely a massive positive for the city, and it's exactly what they needed. And also as a franchise starting off too, to get back to good news, it's definitely a positive step forward. And I think they're really they're going to be a tough franchise. It's not going to be a joke. They're not going to be the Colorado Avalanche. Sorry, Avs fans, but you have no team this year, just like last year. Face it. Let's be honest. You have no team. We put some questions out on social media. You got them ready on your phone over there? So we asked, do you think the Golden Knights would be a sustainable team? And we invite you to join in as well. But hit us up with the first one.
So we got 80% of people said yes, they will be a long-term, successful NHL franchise. We also got a comment.
Good poll. 80% of people in the poll say that they think that the team's going to be a franchise. Then that's pretty much what every genuine hockey fans are thinking, because they made the right moves, getting the right players. And then one thing we got to talk about: the Golden Knights social media is the best sports social media.
Absolutely.
Those guys, they will answer the fans on there, retweet. They posted stuff from you and I on there lots of times, and that makes it even more fun. It's more fun for the game too.
They're also very, very good at being respectful to other franchises. They do retweet. They are very, very up to date on everything that's going on in the news.
Yeah.
They're very respectful, but they also are very clever. So they do throw jabs at a lot of different teams.
Yeah.
And they raise a lot of money for the first responders and the victims.
Yeah.
And those things are all really, really critical. And if you don't follow the Golden Knights on Twitter, definitely do it. Because they're very, very entertaining.
Just be careful. If you talk crap to them, you're going to get it back. So if you're going to start talking trash hockey, you better know what you're talking about.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's take this
sorry,
comment,
Avs fans. All right, comment.
No, it was a good aside, but let's take this comment here. So we got
Ophir, my boy Ophir.
We got, that's a loaded question. How do we measure success? I think they will. They have built a good first roster, have invested in a player who will be on the ice for 60 to 65 games and can steal some of those. They have the unfortunate opportunity to bond with their community as the only major league team in town and through an appropriate response to a tragedy. They'll be a playoff team inside of 5 years. And then he ended by saying it'd be bold to predict a playoff berth on year 1.
I agree with all of his points. So Fear knows what he's talking about hockey-wise. And it would be, you can't expect a win out of the gate. It'd be nice, and they're playing pretty good hockey right now, but it's a long season. But as I said before, I think they're going to be middle of the road. Ophir agrees with that, and they are definitely doing things right. We got a couple live viewers chime in right now. Our first one says they are hilarious, referring to their social media, which, as we say, they absolutely are.
Yep.
Then somebody else said, keep the ice hard. Well, it is hockey in the desert. But what's funny about that is, though, how hockey came to be here. They had great success with the All-Star game, but then back, I think it was in the 90s, where it was the Rangers and somebody else played at an outdoor rink right behind Caesars, and they did it in the hot, beating down sun, but yet they were able to keep the ice perfectly. It never melted or anything. They were able to play a full game out there, and that's when they kind of knew that Vegas wanted hockey, so it just kind of went forward from there. So it's a good thing. It's a really good thing. And
I would like to add something about the atmosphere around the city. So when they did the name announcement ceremony last year in October of 2016, they made a small stage. They expected to have like 500 to 1,000 people.
Oh yeah.
I showed up. I was on time, and I couldn't get anywhere near the stage. There were so many people that showed up. The Toshiba Plaza outside of the T-Mobile Arena was absolutely full of people. I was near the back. I couldn't even hear them talking when they shot it into the speakers.
I was actually watching live, relaying it to you over text.
Right, and I was talking to him and hanging out with my friends.
West Coast, yeah.
But another thing is, when I was there, I was at the end of the plaza, and I could turn around and look, and there were so many people there that they extended back, and you couldn't see where the crowd ended. It went into like the casinos and the restaurants. So many people showed up just for the name announcement ceremony. Vegas is really, really, really excited about this team.
The city's ready for it. And then, as I told you, so I went to the NHL flagship store on 6th Avenue in Manhattan, and there was no Golden Knight stuff, or a couple little like T-shirts. Wasn't much. I asked the guy, where is it? He's like, we can't keep it on the shelves. It's flying off the shelves. So, like, I had to buy this hat online.
3,000 miles away.
Yeah. Like, and I was like, oh, this is no longer a joke now. It's going to happen. Like, we bought our jerseys at the game, the other night. But that's how you know when the retail sales are already going crazy. You know we're set up. And we had a live comment that said it's good to have hot girls cleaning the cold ice.
Yeah, you weren't the first person to think of that.
They should get some of the Vegas showgirls out there. They had this like team in gold out there running and they like doing with the Zamboni and stuff. But I'd like to see some half naked showgirls out there going for it. Oh, I guess we can't do that. It's a family sport. Right?
No, not really.
No, I guess not.
It would be okay.
Yeah. We appreciate our live viewers for joining in. Click that like and subscribe button. And don't miss my other web show, Kicking Back Jersey Joe, every Thursday. Ooh, the piano music's going. It's always good Thursday at noon. Appreciate the support. And hey, you'll see us back at our normal time, shooting live on Monday. What's our live
Duck
coverage?
fan here. See them all the time.
Oh, Ducks. The only
We're
thing
your rival, though. We're your rival now.
And Ducks, I gotta say, as a Ducks fan, sorry, man, you guys have some ugly uniforms and a logo. It's
they're horrible.
It's bad. The D with the fin, sorry, man, it's just you're gonna be bold and gold. You gotta go VGK. and we have to do full disclosure. We're both Penguins fans too. Let's full disclosure. You'll see it on our social media. So
people already know. People already know.
You do. You already know. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. I hope.
I don't all y'all. No, I'm kidding.